What? I bought this? I do not remember that. Hello and welcome back to a new video of mine. I've been sick for a few days now, so if my voice sounds different than usual, be aware. But we're still gonna roll with this video because I'm so excited to show you and also unpack a lot of new books. Let's get right into this book haul, shall we? If you have not watched my last video yet, I was actually in New York for a few days where we went to bookstores, so that was really exciting. I loved that. I got a ton of signed editions in New York City, and the first one is Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I was really intrigued by this one, and I saw it at Strand that they have it as a signed edition. I've never heard of it actually before, but yeah, I picked it up. I'm very curious, and if you want to hear more about the storyline, check out my other video. The next book is by Lucy Score and it's called Mr. Fixer-Upper. I have a few more Lucy Score books in this haul, so stay tuned. But I was just really curious. I was really intrigued. I'm very intrigued in her writing style. I haven't read any of her books yet, but I cannot wait to finally get into it. And this just sounded very funny, and yeah, cannot wait to read this one. As I said, I'm making it more quick now, so that's why I'm rushing through those. But I'm gonna give you a more detailed description of the other ones later on, so bear with me. Next up, I have The Rom-Con by Devin Daniels. I was so excited. I showed you this one in the new releases of November, I believe. I think it was November, and I was so excited about this. I couldn't wait to finally read it. It sounded so funny and intriguing, as all of those books, but it really sounded like a funny rom-com. Haha, pun intended. No, but it really sounded amazing, and it's a very short book actually, so I think I will fly through this one. Those of you who've been to Strand before or who know the Strand bookstore in New York City, but they have also used books outside and also inside. So outside there was a stand of $5 books, and I got Basic Witches, How to Summon Success, Banish Drama, and Raise Hell with Your Coven. I don't have a coven, but I also saw a bit of research because I do write a few short stories, and maybe they have a few Wicca aspects in there, maybe not. I'll just have to try it out and see, but that was more of a fun purchase, and as I said, I think it cost me $5. Yeah, here it says $5, so cannot really go wrong with that. This book that I show you now, I am so excited that I got this one. It was a more pricey purchase, but definitely worth it, and it's Archer's Voice, a special edition with the sprayed edges, but also I've never seen a book actually have that, but it is an annotated edition. So the author actually wrote notes in here of like remarks and thoughts she had while writing the book, and that was the most interesting part for me about this one. I've heard a lot of good reviews about it, but I have to say it actually sounds pretty sad. So I hope I'm not gonna bawl my eyes out, but who knows at this point, right? I mean, look at this. She even highlights stuff. It's so amazing. I'm so fascinated by it, really. I cannot wait to read this. Next up in New York City, I also got The Good Part by Sophie Cousins. It was also my new releases of November video, and I already told you back then that I'm so interested in this. It kind of gives me 7 Year Slip vibes. It also sounds very thoughtful and like it's gonna really make you question a few things. And I like that. It's so cute, isn't it? I don't know. I just feel like romance books these days, if you line them up next to each other, they look all so cute. I cannot. Lastly, there was more of a, how should I say, a fun purchase, more of a joke. Sex and the City, one of the first few publications. So it's the UK edition. I didn't know, that was the only one they had. But I was like, if I'm gonna buy a book in New York City, I should buy Sex and the City, right? So I did that. I'm very interested in that one too, not gonna lie, but that was more nostalgia. I feel like I was really feeding into my nostalgia at that point, and I was like, the amount of times I've watched Sex and the City and wished to be there, and then I could for a few days live out my Carrie Bradshaw life. I was like, I have to get this book. What else, right? These were all the books I got in New York City, but now I want to get into the books I got for Christmas, and then I want to unpack with you the rest of the books that I got, because this is going to be the biggest portion of the video. I feel like I have an issue. I'm already like feeling bad about all the books I bought in New York, and now I look at all that stack of more new books and I'm like, what did I do, really? Let's get right into the Christmas books. So I came back home. For those of you who don't know, I'm from Germany, but I was abroad for a few months, so I was studying in the US. But now I came back home and my mom gave me a book, and it's called A Beautiful Moment in Time. So this is basically just a compilation This is basically just a compilation, oh wow, that took me a while, of poems and, as I said, short stories. And that was so cute. I didn't think she would get me this, but it's so amazing. And the cover is beautiful too. First of all, what I got for Christmas from my grandparents. Sorry, what was that? Oh, my annotation tabs. I was so excited when I got those because I really needed more. And now I have a color for every book that I want to annotate. So happy about those. I told you we would talk about more Lucy Score books, didn't I? Well, now I got By a Thread. It says it's a grumpy boss romantic comedy. I believe it's in the fashion industry. I mean, based on the cover, that's what I believe. I was so intrigued by this book for such a long time. It just sounded very, very interesting to me. Okay, so she works at a fashion magazine, which is already like my dream job, basically. So that's why I had to get it. As I already told you guys, I'm very curious about the Lucy Score universe, kinda. I've heard so many amazing things. I heard that her writing style was so amazing, so I cannot wait to get into it. I thought about a video idea, just between us right now. I thought maybe reading only Lucy Score books for an entire week. Would you guys be interested? If you are, leave me a pink heart down below. Then I know. Next up, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I already read that one. I can link the video somewhere here. And I loved it a lot. But now I want to actually annotate it because I read it as an ebook and it's not the same, right? So now I got my nice violet and pink tabs and now I can tap this book. I'm so excited about this because I cannot wait for the second one to come out in July. I think everyone and their mother has basically heard about this book by now, but it's a romantic fantasy. It's a lot of romance in this book, so you will get a fantasy heavy world, but there's just so much romance. I feel like the main premise is really just evolving around the love story more than anything else. It's beautiful. It's a really good book. It's her debut novel and it's so amazing. I really cannot wait to annotate this. And the last book I got for Christmas is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. I didn't know that they have like this edition where they have gold foil all over the book. It's so beautiful. Well, I really didn't know, but it's also a different size than the other one, so I think it's just a different edition. I don't know. It's the first part of the Knock 'Em Out series. Haven't read any of those yet, obviously, and I cannot tell you anything. I also don't really want to know. I know it's a love story and that everyone hypes this series up so much, but I really don't want to know what it's about. So I'm not gonna give you a summary of the book now. Here it just says, he's absolutely not falling for the good girl. Well, that's not really telling. Let's see. Now to the even better part. I don't know what I'm always doing with my hands. I feel like I need to keep them moving. First I need some water. I'm gonna get closer to you guys again because now we're getting into the fun part, which is the unpacking. I have, how many packages do I have here? 8, but pretty big ones as well, so it's gonna take a while. I blacked out during Black Friday. No pun intended. It was actually the case. Seems like it's only one book in here. Ooh, okay. Which is Twisted Lies. Is that the third or the fourth one? It's the fourth one, right? In the Twisted series. It says he will do anything to have her, including lie, by Anna Huang. I read Twisted Love. Oh my gosh. I read the first part in the series called Twisted Love, but it's been so long, and I also plan a video regarding this series. I don't know, let me get my other edition because I don't remember it being foiled. I hope they're the same size because otherwise I'm really disappointed. Okay, so this is odd. So they are the same size, but as you can see, this one is matte. Yeah, are they the same size? Yeah. This one is matte and this one is foiled. So that's kind of weird. Did they redo them? Yeah, apparently they did. Still cute though. It's just surprising how much thicker this one is. How many pages does this have? Let me check. 560 pages. That's something for a romance book. Package numero dos. Why was I speaking Spanish now? Also in such a bad accent, it's like embarrassing. Oh, amazing. It's Caught Up by Liz Tom Ford. This is the TikTok sensation. What is the book called actually? Mile High? Is it the Mile High series? So first we have in the series Mile High, then we have The Right Move, and this is the third one called Caught Up. But what I actually never saw in all those videos that I watched is that it has this print of Caught Up in the background. Do you see this? This is beautiful. I didn't know they had this. I'm really impressed by this. Okay, I've heard really amazing things about this series as well, and I couldn't wait to read it. Actually, one of you guys recommended to me that The Right Move is one of their favorite books, so why not get the series, right? I'm definitely gonna review it, and I listen to you guys. So if you have any book recommendations, leave them down below. This is a bigger package. Okay, so the first book in here is My High. Wow, just talking about it. Why is this so stunning? Wow. But this is also very thick, huh? In comparison to the other one. How is the first one so much thicker? What the hell? Okay, so maybe we talk about the premise of this one first. The male protagonist is called Xanders. Chicago hockey isn't complete without me. I'm the player everyone loves to hate. The one who spends most of the game in the penalty box and leaves the arena with a different girl every match. I know my role and I play it well. What I don't know is why the new flight attendant on the team's private plane has got under my skin. Am I pushing that call button just to push her buttons, or is it more than that? And then Stevie says, I thought I'd seen it all as a flight attendant, until I started working for the biggest diva in the sport. Unfiltered, unapologetic, too attractive for his own good, even Xanders. Now I'm second guessing everything, even my promise never to hook up with an athlete again, no matter how annoyingly tempting he is. Sounds very interesting. I've heard not so good things about this one, but I've heard the series really picks up in the second and third book. A lot of people don't like that guy, and I understand, because the way he seems, like from the description, I also don't really like him so far. But they also look so pretty together. I'm so excited that I finally have them. They're beautiful. They're really gorgeous. And I have 2 more books in here, and my camera almost runs out, so I need to hurry. Okay. The next book is Twisted Games, and I just know that this is a bodyguard romance with a princess. One of my favorite tropes, and after I read Twisted Love, I wanted to read this one for years. And for some reason I never got around to spending my money on books anymore. And now here I am spending tons of money on a lot of different books. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm so intrigued by this one. Okay, I quickly had to change my battery, and apparently I'm still hallucinating from my fever yesterday because I completely forgot that I bought this in New York City. So I bought Made in Manhattan. It's also a signed edition. That's why I said I got plenty, and now I only showed you one. Actually, that's not plenty. Is that all signed editions I got? I tend to over-exaggerate sometimes, apparently. Here's the signature. Very cute. I started reading it. Don't judge me for my cup holder type of thing, okay? Thank you very much. It's very cute so far. It plays in New York City. She's living on the Upper East Side, and she has to teach someone who's, I think, from the South. He's from Louisiana. She has to teach him how to actually fit into their society and the Upper East Side society, basically. It's kind of funny, but it's a very slow-paced book so far, and I'm almost on page 100, so. But it's okay. It's a decent book. We left off where I opened a package. And the last book in here, I actually don't remember anything. I don't remember what I bought. Like, briefly, yes, but I cannot tell you what's in this package right now. Oh! I am so excited for this. It's part 1 of the 4 Horsemen called Pestilence. It's a very dark book. I think it's dark romance, and I've never read dark romance, but it sounded so interesting. It also sounded kind of fantasy type-esque for me. I have to read it to you, because I cannot summarize this in any way, shape or form. They came to Earth. Pestilence, war, famine and death. 4 horsemen riding their screaming steeds, racing to the corners of the world. 4 horsemen with the power to destroy all of humanity. They came to Earth, and they came to end us all. It just sounds so crazy already. I don't know. This is a legend, right? And I've never heard of it before, but it sounds intriguing. It sounds like fairy tale-esque. It also sounds so dark. I love dark books sometimes. I say it now, and maybe I'm gonna completely be shaken apart and completely scared for my life after reading this, who knows. When Pestilence, the first of the horsemen, comes for Sarah Bourne's town, one thing is certain: everyone she knows and loves is marked for death. Unless, of course, the angelic-looking horseman is stopped, which is exactly what Sarah has in mind when she shoots the unholy beast of his steed. Too bad no one told her Pestilence can't be killed. Alive and furious, the horseman takes Sarah prisoner, determined to make her suffer for impeding his mission. Despite her pleas, nothing and no one gets in the way of his orders to destroy humankind. Only the longer Pestilence spends beside Sarah's bravery and compassion, the more he seems to understand her and humanity. And the longer Sarah travels with Pestilence and his plague, the more uncertain she grows about his true feelings toward her, and hers toward him. Sarah might still be able to save the world, but she will have to sacrifice her heart in the process. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. I am excited. If I could scream right now, I would, but you hear my voice probably fading already, so I won't. But this is amazing. I've seen those all over Barnes & Noble, and I was always so intrigued by the covers already. I am so happy. I got so many new books. It's insane. Okay, next one is a smaller package, so there's only 1 book in there. Oh, That was not satisfying. Okay, also what I'm gonna read in another video with you guys, at least that's the plan, is Magnolia Parks. Who hasn't heard of Magnolia Parks yet, right? And it's about the London socialite. I cannot tell you much more actually. I just heard that it's a very toxic story between the two main characters and that it's a bit controversial, but it's like Gossip Girl in the best way, and I'm really intrigued. I mean, a lot of people say that they don't like these covers anymore, and I think that's an unpopular opinion of mine, but maybe it's because I love shoes, but they remind me of the Shimmy Shoe ones. You know, like the edition where you can put the bows on any side you want. And I just love high heels. So having shoes on a cover is like feeding my inner child in a way. It's kind of my vibe. I kind of like it. Magnolia Parks, gonna read it in a video, but probably with another book because I didn't buy the entire series. Next package. That was satisfying, you see? I'm getting better at it. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I will let you see it first, okay? Oh, okay, I see. So this is part 2 in the Mile High series. This is the one that one of you guys commented under one of my videos that this is one of their favorite books now and that it was amazing and that I have to read it. So I bought it. But because I have an issue, I bought the entire series. So now I have all of them. They're so gorgeous. Oh my. Now I have Caught Up, The Right Move, which is, oh my god. This is I think my favorite cover out of all of them. And Mile High, which is also such a cool cover. I really didn't know they had like the imprint here. I'm still trying to show it to you guys. I think you can see it briefly. It's so beautiful. And also the silver reflects. Like it's not a white lettering, it's silver. Wow, love those covers. I already told you about this one. This is a flatmate romance and also fake dating. And this is the single dad trope. And he falls for his nanny. I love what they are about. I'm just in awe. I'm just happy that I have them now. Okay, I have to stop this. I have to stop drooling over books at this point. It's embarrassing. This one can go. Next package. Now we're getting to the bigger packages, as you can tell. Okay, let me see. Oh, it's only one book. Oh, whoa. Okay, but also very exciting. It's huge. Oh my. That's what she said. It's Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I actually really thought it's smaller if I compare it to the Mile High. Look at this. I mean, of course, hardcovers are always bigger, but this is huge. Okay, I wanted the US version because I feel like I like these covers a lot. I think they're so pretty with the flowers here. Again, one of you guys commented under one of my videos and you asked me to read this because you said it's so good. I ordered it that day, but it took a while to come here, and also obviously I wasn't even here. Now I have it, now I can read it and review it for you. I'm really curious. I love just chatting about books with you. I love when we really can like sit down and talk about what we're interested in and the books we love and really like start engaging with that. So I've heard a lot of good things about this and I've heard it's very poetic. The author apparently created an entire new system of gods and everything. It's not like Greek mythology or something. Like it's not something that we've heard of before. She created something entirely new, which I appreciate. And there are 2 rivalry writers that are starting to send letters to each other, and I think they both don't know who they're texting with. Who they're writing to, or it's that only one of them knows. They're divine rivals. Isn't it cute? This is heavy. This is huge, and this is very heavy, and I don't even know if I have a scissor up here. Can I open it like this? Because it has this weird band. Oh, I can. Okay. This is too big. I have to promise to myself that I won't put too many That's What She Said jokes in the editing. Oh, there are a lot of books in here. When did I buy all of these? I actually don't remember. I don't remember that I bought all of these. Oh, what? I bought this? I do not remember that. Okay, wow. I bought A Court of Thorns and Roses. I did not remember that. And I also bought the second one. A Court of Mist and Fury. Yeah, but it's embarrassing. But the thing is that one of you guys, again, one of you commented under one of my videos, you're really making me spend so much money, and you asked me to read the entire series again and make a video about it. Basically, I read the series, when did I read it? 4 years ago? 5 years ago? When did it come out actually? Let me check. Because I read it when it first came out in German, but I've never read them in English. They came out 2015, so probably 2016 they came out in German, so 7 years ago. Oh wow. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't remember everything, I feel like now I appreciate literature a lot more and world building, so I'm very curious and I want to annotate those. I start to collect the series now so that I can actually get all of them. And yeah, these are the first two. I'm gonna collect the other ones and then I will finally make that long video that you guys have been asking for. Then I got Bonecryer's Moon. I have so many books lying here. This is really bad. It isn't even everything yet. Yeah, this is Bonecryer's Moon by Catherine Purdy. I haven't heard a lot of things about it. I saw some reviews online, I think on Amazon, and they were pretty good. But I don't know if you can trust Amazon reviews, actually. I don't know what it's about. I actually really don't know. I was just completely taken in awe by this cover. Ah, she has to kill the boy she's destined to love. Ah, well, that's a tough choice, huh? I don't know. I think it's a duology. The second part is already out. I don't think it's a trilogy, actually. So I'm curious. I just forgot that I bought this, but I'm curious. This is Flawless by Elsie Silver, which is... what is the series called? I don't know what the series is called. Elsie Silver has written this series and actually got viral. Everyone says it's so amazing. And I couldn't wait to read it myself. I was just really intrigued by it. But look how cute it is. That's amazing. I love that. Oh, that sounds good. Okay. The rules were simple. Keep my hands off his daughter. But now I'm stuck with her. There's only one bed. And well, rules are made to be broken. That sounds amazing. I don't want to know too much. I just want to get into it and really be thrown away by it. Blown away, not thrown away. Wow. Last book in this package is actually for my boyfriend. It's Mushoku Tensei. I don't know. He wanted it. It's like a manga type of thing. Oh no, it's a book. Huh? I thought it's a manga. Did I buy the wrong one? I don't know. I have to talk to him about this. I'm very confused right now. If you guys know it, let me know. Have any of you heard of this book before? I have not. It's also not my genre, my type of reading that I'm interested in. It's a present for my boyfriend. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Now that we got this done, let's move to the other one. But my camera is also almost running out of battery again, so I need to switch that up quickly. Okay, I took a small break and I put all the studio lights on. I don't know if that's too bright. Let's move on to the last package of this video. So the biggest one. Dramatic. So we have 4 books in here. It's Twisted Hate. So now let me get the Twisted series again. I have all of them now, but I need to... let me rearrange them quickly, shall I? Okay, here we go. So now I have Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and Twisted Lies. All these new ones have the foil, and this one doesn't, and it looks kind of weird together, but it just is what it is. Twisted Games, I already told you what this one is about. So let's talk about Twisted Hate. So they're true enemies to lovers. They really hate each other. They are agreeing to an enemies with benefits arrangement. So basically they're just doing the deed without falling in love. As that always works so well, huh? Sounds like there's a lot of animosity in here.
It's created a lot of animosity in the air. Animosity! That was a new word added to the dictionary of Chloe.
And now Twisted Lies. I don't know what it's about actually, but apparently he's keeping something from her or she's keeping something from him. I don't know, but it sounds cool. And this is the entire Twisted series complete. Definitely gonna make a video about this. So if you don't want to miss this, make sure to subscribe to this channel to not miss out on any new uploads, because there are a lot of new ones coming, as you can tell. I didn't remember that I bought this either. Oh wow, okay, this is really like a surprise package for me right now. I bought November 9th by Colleen Hoover. I wanted to do a Colleen Hoover book of like only reading her books for a week, just to be able to tell if the criticism is like appropriate or not in a way. Just the premise of this sounded the most interesting to me, but I've also heard a lot of bad things about it. So I was just intrigued. So they end up meeting every year on November 9th again. And there's apparently a big plot twist coming, and thanks to BookTube I already know what that plot twist entails. So I'm not gonna spoiler you, but there's definitely at one point a video about Colleen Hoover coming. I thought maybe this is gonna be a trend that we're gonna leave behind at this point. But now I have the book, so now I'm gonna read it. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, next up I have by Ellie Hazelwood, Love Theoretically. I think before she wrote Love Hypothesis and then she wrote Love Theoretically, but I read Check and Mate by her and I liked that one. But this is more her adult romance, so this is a bit more spicy. And it's about fake dating and it sounds really, really good. I'm really intrigued by this. Also, Ellie Hazelwood, I think everyone has read a book by her at this point, at least if you're into romance. I had to. I couldn't stop myself. And the last book of this haul is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. It's the Dreamland Billionaire series, and Lauren Asher came out with her new book, Love Redesigned, in November as well. And I got so curious about her writing style and everything that I couldn't stop myself. If you go through, you can see that they are always broken apart in the middle because of the chapters. That's cool. I like that. So this is the first book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and I believe she's starting to date her boss, who's a billionaire. I don't know for sure. I think it's a workplace romance. Which, I mean, if there are billionaires in it, of course I want to read it, right? I've had this book on my wishlist for such a long time, and I thought I would just buy it at this point, because, as I said, they had a good Black Friday offer. So that's what I did. And this concludes this book haul. I'm gonna count the books now. Please leave me your guess down below how many books I've got over the course of the last few months. Because yeah, it was not like within a few days or something. I bought these within the last 2 or 3 months. So maybe it makes it a little bit better. Maybe a little bit. So okay, I'm gonna count now and then we're gonna talk about it. Okay, turns out it's exactly 30 books. Which is a bit shit to add 30 new books to your TBR. Help. But this was such a fun video. I loved unboxing these. I loved to see what I got because I really forgot. It was a bit embarrassing at one point. But okay, thank you so much for watching. As I said, leave me a comment down below. Also, with any new video ideas or anything, let me know. But for now, I bought enough books. So maybe wait with the book recommendations another month. I would highly appreciate that. Have a beautiful and blissful day, and I'm gonna see you next week. Bye!